And next up, we have a nod mirror matchup on elevation. We have Devel0per playing as the gold nod player, and JakePilot101 is the blue nod player. And it looks like we got JakePilot on the left, Devel0per on the right. JakePilot opting to do an instant deploy, meanwhile Devel0per moving his Conyard up towards the top trees. This helps with a more northerly crawl, but we'll see what happens here. Jake opting with the power plant, hand the nod. Same here for Devel0per, although his hand the nod was quite a bit delayed, partially due to his move. Seeing the first ref coming down for Jake. This ref is quite far from a lot of the tib, where you see like Devel0per be able to get a ref here, which would be a lot more central. Easier access to the tib up here, whereas this one have a long way to travel, unless he's getting 2 ref here. So there's the second ref going down for Jake. Seeing the anti-scouts doing a decent enough job, so Devel0per's got some vision, Jake's got some vision. Looks like both players going 2 ref strip, although Jake here is going for 3rd ref. Okay, so he's gone 3 ref. We see 3 ref here from Devel0per as well. Okay, but Jake opted to use the second power plant as part of his crawl. Interesting. Both players now likely to be going for their airstrip. We expect Devel0per to put his here. Not quite sure what Jake's going to do, if he's going to opt to put his strip here or if he's going to go for a more defensive one. I guess I'd like to see it up here as part of a northern crawl. It does also still have this unit here to help block a crawl if he happens to see one happening. So far so good. Again, vision wise, Jake's probably got a little bit better vision and he's just gotten a strip down. So there's a strip. Not using this as part of his crawl, it's a bit weird unless he's planning to go into here. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't put this strip up here and then put the power plant above it to help crawl to the top. Similar to what Devel0per's done here, like he's putting his ref in the position like this and using a power plant, and you can build off the tip of the power plant to get 2 refs. He's going for 2 ref on this field. Interesting. Okay. Fair enough, Jake. Let's see how it goes. Devel0per now getting vision, as is Jake on the right hand side. So in terms of the vision, Jake is fully scaled the opponent's base. Devel0per just sees this. And it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 refs from Devel0per and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 refs from Jake, although Jake got 2 on this field. And Devel0per got 2 on the top right field. And what are we seeing? Looks like both players possibly going for a second strip. Although it looks like here Jake has decided after getting his 5th ref up here he's had enough. He's going to crawl down towards the bottom. Might decide to put a second strip here as part of a crawl, would be good. Meanwhile, Devel0per looks like he's probably going to get a second strip up here. We see Jake is opting to just do a silo crawl and get a refinery set up on this bottom central field. And there's a second strip coming from Devel0per. Again, quite weird positioning. Having the 2 of them here, like you'd ideally want to put it here so you can crawl forward or even have turrets and help contest this later on. But we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, Jake's still only on 1 strip, so he needs to be careful. He's going to get overrun by units pretty quickly. Especially if he just has the units sitting here doing nothing. And the refinery's gone down. And Devel0per has sold the Conyard. I believe he's well known for this. JakePilot just needs to try and hold out. We see the turret going down. A good few bikes here mixed in all of a sudden from Devel0per. Likely trying to go for a Conyard sniper similar. They'll be useful for a turret, but it was an interesting choice to heavily invest in these before seeing the turret come up. Again, these units just sitting here, not being used. Could have them up here, reinforcing this. Turret's not going to do great against the mass bikes. Jake floating 1600. He could be building a lot of minigunners to help defend this. He's doing an alright job. He's keeping afloat. Still has these units sitting here doing nothing. Lose the turret. Watch the NG. There it goes. Nice. Don't want to lose this. Another turret going down. Nice. You take out the bikes, the turrets will be great against the buggies. And here come the mass infantry. Developer still floating 3.5k, so he's going to keep being able to apply pressure, but if he backs off too much, he's going to give JakePilot enough room to make a comeback. Because remember, he does have +1 ref down here. And it looks like Jake's using the little bit of a lull here to send his forces in. He's going to spot if he doesn't see it already, that he already knows that the Conyard's gone, but he can take out the power, he knows it's undefended. This is nice, he can go for the refs here too if he wants. Meanwhile, Developer's attacking up here. Nice, Jake's focusing down on the power at the moment. He needs to be careful, he's not really in a good position to defend this. Yeah, so this is going to be taken out. Meanwhile, half his forces are over here on the counter-attack. If it turns to a base race situation, I'm afraid Developer's got more units here. But if he can keep this stuff defended with a bunch of minigunners, he might be alright. He's going to get one ref here. Remember, that was the only airstrip that Jake had. He didn't build a second one. And it's kind of cost him now at this point. Looks like Developer making a weird decision to come back and hold all this. He could have just spammed minigunners and kept up the aggression, taking out the refs up here. So many bikes in here. And looks like Developer switching tact. He's going to try and engage the army here. No need for him to do this. Like, he's kind of playing into JakePilot's hand by doing all this. This, however, is a better idea. We come back. Oh, we do the second strip here. Okay, okay. So JakePilot's actually still in this. Glitch graphics. Lose the Conyard. Doesn't get the cell. Oh, Jake, that's gonna hurt. At this point, Jake needs to just go all out. Take all these and go. And he's doing it. Control A, let's do it. Seeing some artillery coming out here from Developer. Interesting. Could be useful against mass infantry coming in towards his strips. He wants to keep these around this area though. I think this is kind of a write-off, but he might be able to hold this. Get a couple of well-positioned arty, especially back here behind the cliffs. But there's no point to building all this arty if you're just going to throw the rest of your army. See, like the arty got like 2 shots off there maybe. And now what's happening with Jake? He's got mass infantry down here. That's all he's got left. He's going to pump in the minigunners. Guess Developer has seen that his opponent doesn't have any more strips left and he's banking on just the arty being able to hold off the mass minigunners. Would like to see a couple of flamers though. Yeah. Oof. Doesn't feel good, Jake. Not over yet. I mean, Jake still has plenty of access to infantry. It does get very difficult to deal with it because you have to try and get past artillery, especially when there's mass artillery. Once you get up on top of the units, you're fine, but until that stage... Oof. It's going to be kind of difficult. So you can try and just be out more patient than your opponent. You might be okay, because like all these are now out of position. So Jake can take these pushing here, or even pushing up here and take out these two refs while these are all up here, because they're so slow moving. Sitting back here and just letting them get ground up is not the way to do it. Also, this Harv is going to his death. Down they go. JakePilot's got 7k in the bank, loaded. He's gonna try and make an engagement here, but put them in guard mode. Yes, do it. Okay, he took out quite a lot of arty there. That actually did him a lot of favors. Taking the minigunners. Go on, Jake. Kill count developers kind of flying ahead, absolutely massacring the mass infantry, but Jake can keep it coming for quite a while. Okay, Eco on the top's now dead, but he still has access to all this. Oh. Can redirect these Harvs down to here. He doesn't have to go for this. Can sell these. Forget about this tib field. This is good. Try to sneak in behind, take out the arty. Ooh, he gets them both. Nicely done, Jake. Nicely done. We're seeing a second wave of mass artillery coming here from Devel0per. Again, not opting to use his hand of nod, not sure why. Like, a couple of flamers is really all you need for dealing with mass minigunners like this, rather than investing so heavily in artillery. Like, these could be like, I forget how much an arty is, but like, pretty much every one of these is 1.5 or 2 buggies. Okay, Jake going in for the attack. No, he's holding back. Sending these minigunners up to take this out. No, he is making the engagement. Nice, nice. Take out the arty, take out the arty. Oh, he's only gone and gotten through. No, almost. If he had the guys here take out the artillery on time, he might have been able to take out the strip. Just didn't work in his favor. Still a good push, and he's still plenty more minigunners to go. Devel0per's eco at this point is actually pretty crap. He's down to 3 ref, but there's no tib left here and here, so he has to long distance mine it. Whereas our buddy Jake here has 1 ref here, 1 ref here. He's got 2 ref here, and he's got Harvs getting tib from this field. So he's in a much better economical position, but he only has the infantry to rely on. And he's doing a good job of like trying to split his minigunners and like having a main force here, but then coming around the back to take out the arty with the minigunners in the rear. Take him out! Like, all Devel0per needs is to mix in a couple of flamers with these armies, and like the minigunners are told to use this. But he seems persistent not to do that, so we'll see. Jake now has a lot of minigunners on the field, so he might try and push from the top and take these and push in the bottom at the same time. Would be a good idea. Especially if he can focus in here. So if he takes a force and brings them towards this direction and takes this force and splits it here and here, the arties can't cover all 3 entrances. He has 3 of them, but just because of the rate of fire of them, they won't be able to hold it. Or he could alternatively go for the harvesters up here, which would be pretty nice. And that might force his units to come out of position and then take these minigunners and tank it up to here. But let's see. Just don't get these crushed is the key thing. And he's out of position. Send these up, Jake. Take out the strip. Take out the strip. 2 halves left for Devel0per. I'm seeing a single bike here. And he's pushing in. He's doing it. 1 flamer. That's all you need here. There it is. Too little too late though. He's going for the harv, interestingly enough. Could have gone for the hand and nod. Jake's keeping Devel0per busy. Well, now he goes after the halves. These are the 2 last halves of Devel0per. 1 last halve. Take it out, Jake. Take it out. He's doing it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Oh, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Oh, he's losing so much trying to get this. He's not gonna get it. Oh, Jake. Almost. Time for wave 2. Still there's plenty of like reserves here, so it's not a problem. Devel0per needs to keep his units up here with this harv at all times. If he doesn't need this guarded, like, that's on him at this point. He should know. And Jake's just wandering straight up to it. Why isn't Devel0per defending this? What is he doing? And now he's got no eco. So he just loses. Because at this point, like, because Jake still has plenty of harvs in the field, he can just keep spamming infinite minigunners. As Devel0per only has the units on the field, which are a bunch of arty, which aren't going to work. It's like, yeah, you killed that army, but what about this one? What about these guys, these guys, these guys? Selling the refs, getting a few minigunners in. Like, it will still prove challenging for Devel0per to come in and actually take out these structures, which is what you need to do to win the game, but like, just over time, still having refs up, you can just keep pumping and pumping infantry out, so it's not a huge deal. And it looks like it's going to be GG. Devel0per's going to quit out of this. And Jake's going to take it. Wow. Nice comeback, Jake. Very nicely played. GG's.
Battle control terminated.